They call it the city that never sleeps, the city of dreams, the Big Apple, the crossroads of the world. It's said that if you can make it there, you could make it anywhere. So they come from across the globe with bags full of hopes and dreams, and the city welcomes them. But dreams are rarely what they are believed to be, for while the city may never sleep, still night falls. And it is in the night that the children of Cain wake and play out the masquerade in my city. Beware, children, lest ye fall.
Hello everyone! Hello, my mic is supposed to work today, and so is everyone, I believe. No, wait, everyone else is probably muted. Of course they are. Thank you so much. And the cameras are wonky. We're not in our right place. So, we'll just go to break screen for a quick second. But the mics are still hot. Just so I can, like, fix the cameras, and I'll be back.
So
no, it's fine. I like this.
I'm Alexander Erickson.
And I'm telling the story today. This ought to be good.
So, as Alexander Erickson, I am going to I'm just gonna give out money.
Relationship?
Just money everywhere.
Oh, money everywhere. Money everywhere is okay.
I'm gonna throw a bunch of it in a bathtub and like swim in it like Scrooge McDuck.
What are you gonna do, Alex, as Scott as the storyteller then?
I'm totally just gonna let her do it.
Cool.
Victory is mine.
That's right.
And we're back.
Alexander gets 5,000 paper cuts.
But they all heal instantaneously because we're vampires.
We are back. Hello everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our little vampire family. This is Vampire Nightfall, our Vampire the Masquerade campaign here on Wandering DM. Today we're playing at a different time than usual. You might have seen this because we are going to have a guest coming up in a few minutes. That's why you have the Who Dis down there at the bottom of the overlay. I am playing, in this game, Sid Zimmerman, the Gangrel PI, and one half of the Vemdads. I have with me a cast of incredible players. But before we go and introduce them, I would like to just thank our sponsors, Magen Press, makers of fine D&D 5e supplements. You can find them at store.magenpress.com. If you use code WonderingDM, you get 15% off your purchases. I would also like to thank Found Familiar, the extraordinary coffee that Found Familiar makes. You can check their store either with the link down below or go to findfamiliar.com. Use code WonderingDM. You get 10% off, and if you're living in the States, you also get free shipping for any order over $50. We also have Dice Envy if you're into dice. I know Christmas is over, but if you'd like to purchase a set of shiny math click-clacks for a person dear to you or yourself, if you want to treat yourself, check out Dice Envy down below. They make some fantastic dice. Without further ado, let's go around the table, introduce ourselves, and tell us who you'll be playing today. And let's start with the other half of the Vampads.
I knew you were going to do that. So I'm Scott. You'll have to, I have to apologize. I'm a little under the weather, so speaking for me is a little difficult, but I will be playing Alexander Erickson, the other half of the Vamp Dads, so do enjoy.
Sitting right next to Alexander is our gremlin stepson.
Yeah. Gosh, there's been so much happening in this game. If you haven't yet, all the VODs are on YouTube, so you can go check those out. But definitely stay here right now and watch this, and then go back, because I am going to be playing Herschel Akers, a heartbroken, death-seeing, talking, speaking Nosferatu, probably. So it should be lots of fun. I'm super excited, and I'm glad everyone's here today.
Well, glad to have you. And right above Urshel, not because we like her more and she's the favorite child, but let's assume that that's the reason why we have our art daughter.
Yes, I already have assumed that that's why I am above Herschel, because I'm the favorite. But yes, it is I, Auden St. James, returning from some kind of insanity. So I'm a Toreador, art critic, hipster, fashion influencer, somehow also maybe can see all of time in the universe and also death and also everything. So don't know what that means.
And to wrangle all of us through the streets of New York City is our storyteller, Deirdre. Hi, how are you? And take us away when you're ready.
I'm good. Welcome back, all. I love Saturdays when I get to have all of this fun, and I love giving presents to my players. This will be very entertaining in the near future. As from what's been happening, well, New York's been a hotbed of interesting changes and activities lately. People buying properties, synthetic turnings, outbreaks of things that look like Ebola but are tied to rejection of vitae. Justicars are in the city. Well, one at least. The Sombra Elders, Ventru Elders, kidnappings, and the appropriate response for when your art daughter is kidnapped by her sire is to drain him into torpor and then imprison him in a cement block as a foundation of a building. Because, you know, that's what you do with assholes after you remove their dick. But I believe everyone came home relatively safely. There were just some issues tied to ingestion of that fey blood for some people. Caused some complicated abilities to get added. And then you have, well, I believe we left off with, as the night fell, Sid listening to Frank Sinatra, Songs for Young Lovers, released in 1954. We love you, Quentin. Thank you for that. But you've all retired for the night. Sabrina has removed herself from, well, nobody really knows where she is at the moment. Oh yeah, and Herschel had a phone call. Came from Franny's phone, but some fellow named Cadfile, apparently he's a Justicar, has her phone now. That led to some interesting things. But I want to see what you want to do this morning as evening falls once again in New York.
I would be probably the first to rouse again.
You do have that early riser.
With Franny taken care of, I will call Sophia de Veronis.
All right. You call? Or are you going to call right when you wake up?
I'll wait a bit just because I know everybody else tends to, wake up at a later time than right after sundown. But
I mean, technically you awake at or just before sundown. So.
yeah. So I will I'll wait before calling her. I'll probably just spend time in my office, call Dolly, ask her if there was anything special for me to do. And yeah, just wait like about an hour and a half, and then I'll call her.
Okay. So you're gonna call Dolly. Dolly does have a question. Did you get the package that she? Did you get the package that she left you?
The one with
on
the
the front
envelope?
step. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Want to make sure that everything was all right.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not doing Sid's scratchy voice thing because my throat hurts too.
Yeah, don't.
So yeah. So let's all pretend broody scratchy voice thing.
You're gonna call. The phone rings. It rings a couple times before it answers, and you get a slightly distracted yes. What can I do for you tonight?
Mr. Veronis, I was calling to check in on our mutual friend, Mr. Kodo.
He's not currently screaming, so there's that positive, but that could change in the near future. Veronique was most upset with him.
I figured. Any news on that front?
I should probably have some list of things for you in the near future. Apparently, there was a chart. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. My job is to just make sure that he doesn't have any shadows to escape from, but that's not hard. And Ignatius is having fun in his mind.
Well, the moment you have something for me, let me know.
Of course. We do look forward to seeing you. She did say 3 days, and it's only been 24 hours.
I know, but things have been moving fast. Justicar's in town.
Yes, I believe that's why she's taking a lot of her frustrations out on him.
Yeah, Justicar's been at work, so...
That's what they do. They come, they clean. Hopefully they leave.
Hence why I'd like to have information about Kodo sooner rather than later, so that we can all get rid of that Justicar and not have them in our way.
All right. Well then, I hope I will be able to call you back in a little bit. I'm going to go make myself much more attractive than I usually am.
Is that even possible?
Good answer. But yes,
All right, Miss De Veronis. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Mr. Zimmerman.
And Sid will hang up and then wait for the others to wake up.
So, Quentin, you arise next.
Mm-hmm.
How
I'd
you-
like. Yeah, God. Yeah. How do I feel? Well, like, so initially, as I like, it's probably kind of like a restless sleep, maybe. But like when I open my eyes, are there no like dead people around or ghosts?
There are no current dead people that you can currently see.
Okay. I'll sit up on my cot and look around, get a stretch, and then I'll go upstairs and I want to talk to Sid for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sid, are you busy?
No.
So, just a car. What? Should I be worried? Something?
Well, remember that passage from the book, the death on a pale horse and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
So, yes, I should be worried. I mean, because I, just kind of gave him my name and whatnot. And
You spoke with the Justicar?
yeah, when we were all standing around in the circle and the phone rang and it was Franny's number and I answered it and it was someone else's voice and yeah, they just kind of asked who I was and I told them my name and they kind of hung up after a little bit.
And that was the Justicar.
Yeah, Cad fail, Cad something like that.
Cadfar? Cad something.
Cat flail. I mean,
Gaelic sounding name.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, did they say anything? Did they ask for anything else but your name? Did they give you a rendezvous point? Did they...
No, nothing. That was pretty much it.
have to...
I wasn't sure who I was talking to on the phone at the time, so
But
I might not have been the most polite.
Oh. Oh, you flipped... You flipped a Justicar.
Unintentionally.
Well, one, that's bad. Two...
I mean, do they just like kill for any little slights like that?
They're above the law. They can do what they want.
Gosh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, but you only get to that point if you kiss enough asses.
That sounds less cool.
Yeah. It's it's probably why this Justicar's event true.
Well, so I guess it's kind of a maybe if I should be on the lookout or not.
It's not a maybe. You should be on the lookout, Herschel. I'll keep an eye out for you too, but I don't think flipping him off was the wisest decision.
Well, it's not like he ain't, when somebody calls you and you expect someone on the line and somebody else, you can be a little rude to him.
My guess is that our friend, the Justicar, is going through Franny's contacts.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's about to clean the slate.
Yeah. I mean, I know she was probably up to some bad stuff, but...
Probably she was up to some bad shit, Urshel.
More than likely, from a certain point of view.
It's pretty objective that she was up to no good. Look,
Yeah.
you've had feelings toward the girl for ages. And you also drank a lot of her blood. It'll take time for you to rid your system of that, but due to your relationship with her, I think the Justicar is probably going after you next.
So is there any way to like petition, like give a case to be like, hey, like we were just together, but I wasn't in all the bad stuff, just a little bit of it? Or is it more like kill now and oops?
There's only one person in this whole city who could probably get a Justicar off your back.
Who's that?
The prince.
How do you get a meeting with the prince?
Technically, you ask and you wait a couple centuries. And then the prince dies or is kicked off, and then you have to start the whole process all over again. You could go through your primogen. I don't even know if the Nosferatus have a primogen.
Yeah, we do. I don't know if we've ever spoken.
Nah.
He was at the fight.
Then really the well, I see two ways of catching the prince's eye. One of them I like, thoroughly enjoy, and would be 100% behind you. The other would probably be Alexander's way of doing things, but Alexander is asleep right now, so...
Yeah, I mean the prince kind of knows who you are, don't they? Didn't you fight for them at the Elysium?
I didn't really fight for the prince, but I may have an in through the city's sheriff.
So, I mean, I guess I'll just stay at the Brownstone and try not to go anywhere by myself.
Yeah, actually, would be better off if you always tagged with someone.
All
Buddy
right.
system.
In the middle of this conversation, while both Auden and Alex are rising for the evening, your doorbell rings.
Wait, we have a doorbell? I thought it was just always open.
Yeah. That is probably someone who got lost. Let me just open the door. And it's our special guest, Lou Ferringo.
No, although it kind of looks like that. There's a very tall, kind of burly looking gentleman holding a very large upholstered armchair. He's dressed in a very nice Italian cut leather suit that kind of stretches just across the muscles in the right way. Long hair kind of pulled back, and says the prince would like a moment of your time.
Why did I knew this was coming? Looking around, I'll just...
He's also holding the chair with one arm and just kind of waiting for you to let him in.
Yeah, I'm just looking around, taking my time, because I feel like I should make him wait and see how long he can hold this chair up. You're gonna have to excuse the mess. But I figure you can put the chair down in the living room. The cameras are all fucked up again. Tell her to come back. We're good.
We're good. It is a taller. You know this individual is a member of the Gangle clan. It's the prince's bodyguard. You're not sure of their name. But he walks in carrying this chair. Where do you direct him? To your very messy office, or like the conference room?
The messy office.
Okay. He's not quiet, and the doorbell, you would have heard the doorbell. So as he's going to go walk into this messy office with a large Victrola that's already taking up a large percentage of this room. Hey. Alexander and Auden, you both would have heard the doorbell ring.
Oh, I would have woken right up at that sound, because that is not a sound we hear a lot in this townhouse. Most people just break in.
Yeah, or they just open it without permission.
Yeah. So I think Auden's gonna like throw on a fancy robe and swipe downstairs.
As Auden is swiping downstairs, a very tall, statuesque, striking woman with long red hair, currently covered in a hooded cloak and ensemble green with dark green velvet trim, very nice boots, is standing in the doorway kind of staring at everyone. Hi, Kelly.
Okay, the real out of character freak out moment, and back in character, like, oh, well, should I turn a pot of coffee on or something? Tea? Blood bag?
How quaint.
Hey.
This is the welcome you're planning on giving me?
I'm just gonna look right at Alexander and be like, what do I do?
You'll have to forgive the young one, my liege, as she's not well versed in etiquette yet.
Mm. Yes, well, it's very hard to be versed in etiquette when the person supposed to teach you is somewhere at the foot of a building on Broadway. And she just sweeps in. Now, where did Sandor go?
In here, my lady.
Ah, and she walks right past everybody and follows the sound of Sandor's voice.
Your chair is currently seated in a very interesting front room of this brownstone that's currently covered. There's a desk, a very nice fireplace. He's kind of tried to set it in front of the fireplace, but it's lots of papers everywhere, and a vintage Victrola just kind of shoved in there.
Not exactly the quarters I'm used to being welcomed in, but I suppose it'll have to do. And she will wave her hand for Sandor to drop her chair in the middle of the study. And she will sit down and lounge in it, just straight up lounge. One leg over one arm, lounge. Well then, I hear you have been having some very interesting adventures. Adventures you've declined to tell me about. Why don't we start?
Oh boy.
Well, where to begin?
Generally where you started.
I've just remembered I left the stove on, and Auden's gonna walk out of the room.
My liege.
We are prepared to receive your obeisance, yes?
It all started when we met a Giovanni prowling the streets of New York City.
Hmm. Yes? Do go on.
They It's all going to sound very, very strange because the pieces of the puzzle came in very, very random ways. There were so many things at once, but Giovanni got turned by the Tremere because, of course, they were going about buying properties in the city or helping the some. Alex, why don't you pick this up?
Of course. You see, we.
The years have certainly robbed you of your eloquence.
Well, the Venture Primogen had asked us to look into some disappearances around the city, and upon doing so, we stumbled across some many other things that were going on, and one of them happened to be the masterminding of one Giovanni bloodline that was turned by the Tremere, and that led to, well, the discovery that the Sabbat have been purchasing property amongst the city very strategically.
She is going to remain silent and allow you to dig your own grave.
Well, and he'll adjust his suit and attempt to save any face that's left. We're trying to sort out the rest of the puzzle now.
It's interesting, Alexander, that you're talking about saving face. And she will arrange her cape slightly more dramatically on the chair, as one does, as she's lounging. And she snaps her fingers for Sandor to come stand near her. And, you see, I'm not sure you're aware. I don't think you're quite high up enough to know these things. I'm in the middle of some very delicate negotiations right now. Do you know the Baron of Los Angeles?
I am aware.
Not personally, of course you don't. These negotiations are extremely delicate, as you can imagine. And all of these goings-on with the Giovanni and the Tremere have already caused some issue. And then, when I hear that a coterie in my city is bringing undue attention upon us, well, you can imagine I am not exactly pleased.
I can definitely imagine, but in no way, shape, or form have we ever desired to violate the masquerade.
Immediately, out of Sid's mouth, while the prince just sits there smiling, out of Sid's mouth you hear, in her voice, "You want to go at him?" And then, out of Alexander's, "Given the opportunity, Sid would tear out his throat right now."
I didn't say anything. That wasn't me. That was... The hell just happened?
I believe that would be a proper display of flexing by our prince.
Well, I mean, consider me having shot my pants.
So, Sid,
Yes.
would you care to tell me about, not just killing another vampire, not just killing your sire, but talking about doing it in Elysium?
I haven't killed my sire in Elysium. I talked about it, yeah.
Ah.
I thought talking was all that we were allowed to do in Elysium.
Sounds to me more like planning.
Oh, no, I'm not the planning type. Believe me,
No, I can see that. And she gives a look around the study. Do continue your story about how you don't ever want to violate the rules of the masquerade.
Well, none of us wish to screw up the masquerade or bring you undue attention, Your Highness, but things were sort of forced upon us. This Giovanni had how can I say, an attachment to some members of our coterie. She targeted us relentlessly for a few nights. We hadn't done anything to her. Hell, for what I know, it's just payback for what Alexander and I did to the Tremere back in the 70s.
Ah. Weren't those fun times? You seem to have gone a bit downhill since then, Sid.
You kidding? I'm a millionaire now.
You wouldn't know it.
Oh no, I just got the money like 2 nights ago. It's still all surreal and everything. Speaking of...
a millionaire, you say? Oh, that's so quaint. How cute. Isn't that cute, Sandor?
Extremely, milady.
When you're part of a clan that's used to getting scraps by some of the more blue-blooded of our own, I'd say I fared well enough for myself, Your Highness.
Indeed. I know you're listening out there. Tell the girl to come in.
Your Highness, she's gonna pester you to get some selfie or whatever they call it with you. It's just...
I do believe that Auden is capable of behaving.
Auden has not yet presented herself properly to us.
Auden, you should come and kneel and do whatever this person wants, because that's tradition and shit.
Auden will come back in. And she's gonna do what she saw on The Crown. What all the prime ministers do when they meet the queen. So she's gonna incline her head at her neck, and she's gonna politely say, "Your Majesty." And then she's going to go sit in a dark corner and start muttering about Herschel's in trouble, Herschel's in trouble. Everything looks really weird in here. The prince is gonna kill us.
And at that moment, Alexander will shoot you a glance. And I'm pretty sure you can catch on what...
Out of character, was that out loud?
Oh, yeah. No, it's 100% out loud.
Oh, yes. There's quite the sibling rivalry here.
She will gesture to Auden. I didn't give you leave to step away.
She'll
come back to us.
She'll come back. But she's trying very hard to stay straight.
Tell me then. Why is Herschel in trouble?
He broke his computer, he hacked the Swiss, and then there's his girlfriend that Daddy doesn't like.
And I'll interrupt Auden at this point. Your Highness, Herschel is the one that had the personal attachment to Miss Maselli, and unbeknownst to him, had entered quite the blood bond with her. So Herschel's unfortunate doings were not entirely of his own fruition.
unknowingly entered a blood bond.
The child is very reluctant to understand the ways. He does not listen well, but he means well.
I have cures for subjects who will not listen.
He'll listen.
Do you think he can be taught?
You train a dog with a bell and some treats.
She will
Auden.
turn and just stare at Auden.
Auden's just smiling. She's just lost in the weird visions all around her, which include, but are not limited to, just like strange, cute little animals. It looks like a Pokemon fever dream all around her. But she definitely sees lots and lots of things that she probably shouldn't mention or mess with. But she just has no sense of reality right now.
Yes. That lack of sense of reality and that face that she's making, Your Highness might recall. It's a very similar, odd approach to seeing things seeing the weave and the music of the world. Someone who's new to such abilities doesn't have the control that some others' daughters might.
She will lean forward on her chair and stare at Auden. Still fairly new to you, is it? It's very pretty.
So bright.
Little distracting? Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Do you know what happens to children who get distracted?
And she kind of makes like a hand motion that looks like somebody's head getting ripped off.
Very good. It was distracting for me too for a while. I didn't have the luxury of 2 dads to help me out. It was a bit darker times then. You should count yourself lucky. Now you're in New York, no one looks at you twice when you bop down the street with your head going.
Does it, Your Majesty, does it go away?
Do you want it to? It never goes away. But you learn to ignore it. Or use it. Using it's better. And she will turn and just 2 eyes at Herschel. This one is smarter than I gave him credit for when I walked in. He's staying quiet. Now, Sid,
No.
we are not amused by your lack of decorum. We have known you a very long time, Sid. That does not give you familiarity.
Where and when have I been familiar?
Your form of address is astonishingly base. If you're going to consider yourself a millionaire, you should probably learn to act like one. Then again, money can't buy you class. It can buy you a maid, though.
I felt this place was intimate. Is that what you wanted? An intimate meeting with the coterie?
Whatever gave you that idea? I merely didn't want my apartment soiled. Now, talk to me about the Justicar.
Well, he reached out to contacts from Miss Maselli and happened to reach out to our Herschel here.
Sorry, everyone. My dog just decided to dive bomb my desk. He's very upset. Reach out.
I believe that the Jessicar is filtering through any potential loose ends that may remain.
And she will slowly let her gaze drift around the room. Sandor, do you see any loose ends?
2.
You know what's a multiple of 2, Sandor? 4. 4 very, very loose ends.
Easy fix.
How long has it been since I got to fight?
There was that uproar in 69.
That wasn't a fight, really.
No, you blew their heads up in about 20 seconds.
Yes. Oh, it might have been before your time, Sandor.
The last I can recall, madam, would have been, was it the draft riots?
Oh, those were awful. Tore the city up. I don't enjoy it when people tear my city up.
The cannon was very loud.
It was extremely loud. Effective. Took forever to reload. Where is that cannon, Sandor?
I believe it's currently, in the storage facility, madam?
Oh, the museum.
Yes, ma'am.
We should get the cannon. It was ever so much fun. It's much, much better than a chariot, I will tell you that.
Could we mount the cannon on a chariot, madam?
And she is completely ignoring the 4 of you at this point. She does not care. Have you ever ridden in a chariot, Sandor?
No, madam. They were not a mode of address by the time I was embraced.
The thing with chariots is I don't think they'd hold a cannon. We could reinforce them with a car engine, I suppose.
Wouldn't it be better just to get the M1 Abrams then, madam?
Oh, do you think we could?
The regiment army office in Brooklyn, I'm sure we could.
As entertaining as contemplating my final death being at the hands of an Abrams, is this leading somewhere?
And she focuses completely on Alexander. I'm so sorry. Are you not entertained by a visit from your prince?
No, your presence is quite entertaining. I just would like to know whether or not I should make preparations for my death, or is this leading to another avenue of discussion?
It depends. How would you deal with the Justicar, Alexander?
Personally, I prefer to see him nowhere near the city of New York. By what means, I'm not sure exactly how to dispose of him. I mean,
I know.
Yes, Sid. Do you know?
Do you want him dead, Your Highness?
Immediately dead is so boring. It's much more fun to play with your food.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, my prince.
Do you?
Yeah, I tend to play with my food a lot.
Yes, the arena, I remember. You did look quite fetching in those pants.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Oh, you're very welcome.
If your royal persona wants more of that from where that came from, I have 0 dots in etiquette, by the way, so.
Well, that's funny because in real life, Kelly has 0 dots in etiquette. But I fake it.
Have you not been reading the Zoom chat? It's just been me proving I have like negative etiquette.
It's just really, really hard to keep this like super serious persona when my dog is crying on the pillow in front of me because I'm not petting him. It's very, here, everybody, say hi.
Hello.
Okay, now go away.
Hi, Sandor.
That is Sandor, yes. I mean, he is Gangrel after all. He just got a little beastie. That's a bit, like you do. Anyway.
If,
What is your plan, Sid?
I've always been fascinated by the hunt.
Hmm.
And I figure New York City's a big enough playground. There's plenty of prey running around. Preys that Your Highness might want to have offed.
Do go on.
You've probably heard of what I can do.
Her face is blank.
I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it at the fights. You've probably heard of other more recent events. Step out of line, get chased.
Burying people in building foundations.
Still alive. Well, undead anyway. Figure it'll take a few centuries before he can do anything.
His storyline is coming to an end, Your Majesty. Very soon.
How old are you, Auden?
I've been 23 since 1994, so that old.
Goodness. So very old.
No.
Have you seen much of the world?
Since yesterday, not really. But today, too much, Your Grace.
Grace, that's a good one.
I'm going to give you a little hint before I send you to the library. Your Grace is for dukes.
Oh, not a good one.
My apologies.
This one still remains silent, I see. Does it have a name?
My name's Herschel. Your prince.
So do tell me. How is it that you unknowingly became so bonded to Giovanni?
It is a longer story. I knew Franny before I became turned, and we were kind of romantic back then. And then I didn't know she had powers beyond what humans knew of. And then I became a vampire, and I stopped talking to her because I was a vampire. And then she became a vampire, and then she looked me up, and we hung out, and she offered me a cup of blood. And I drank it. I didn't think that she would do that to me. And then we were romantically involved shortly after that. And
Stop. Just stop. Oh my God, it's like listening to the worst newsreel you've ever heard.
I'm sorry, Prince.
Without the funnies in front of it, Your Highness.
No, no funnies. Oh, those were wonderful. Oh God, do you remember when movies were invented, Sandor?
Hmm.
Before that, you had to make your own entertainment.
I enjoyed
good.
hunting.
I was very good at making my own entertainment there. How long have you been with me, Sandor?
78 years.
So short. Have I been good to you?
Of course, Your Highness.
I'm very good to people who do things for me that I like. Do you think you can do anything for me that I like? Nosferatu.
Yes. What would you require of me?
Well, for one thing, to not drink cups of blood without looking at them first.
It was
Now, Sid,
Shit. What?
you were about halfway through telling us. How would you deal with the Justicar? Exactly. I can get you the cannon if you want. It's only in storage.
Ever since I was embraced, I sort of got an aversion for ranged weaponry. There's something impersonal to not dipping your hands or your fangs in your quarry.
And as if you're watching the prince, she has a look of almost happy nostalgia on her face when he's talking about murdering people indiscriminately. There is, especially when revenge is involved.
Has the Justicar done anything to you personally?
Annoyed me.
That's enough.
And there's that other point, madam.
There's so many points, Sandor.
In this particular instance, the negotiator won't enter the city as long as the Justicar is here.
Oh, that. The Baron is very particular about his friends. They do things a little bit differently on the West Coast. They're much newer than we are.
Yeah. They also tend to welcome the anarchs among them.
Do you have a problem with welcoming new people, Sid?
Oh, not at all, Your Excellency.
These negotiations are very important. And like Sandor said, cannot continue as long as the Justicar is in the city. I could make them leave. That's no fun. I could kill them myself, but that just looks bad. Unfortunately. So what would you do, Sid?
Fuck him up.
You have no qualms or fears about going up against someone of his age.
Everyone keeps saying that, the older you get, the more powerful you get. People seem to forget that sometimes the older you get, the less sharp your senses are. Except for you, Your Excellency. You have remained at the top. He's but a Justicar. I figure I'd make a better job of it.
How long do you think it took me to get here, Sid?
I don't know, from your place to here, probably a half hour.
Not with this traffic. No, definitely not with this traffic. I don't even know where you all live, but I can tell you, not with the traffic in New York City.
Considering that they live at Houston and Charles Square, and you're coming from 82nd and 5th Avenue?
Hell no, what the hell? No. Do you think I ride the subway?
Do you think the prince doesn't have, supernatural ways of, moving about?
Maybe she likes her car.
Also, there's the masquerade to think about.
Just saying. I mean, if I start, flying through the city, it might be a problem.
I did it as a bat.
Or they'll just think David Blaine is back. Anyway. My goal in life, to make Simon cough or choke on whatever he drank.
Yeah, in this case, it's gonna be very easy.
That's what she said. Moving on.
Your Excellency, I do believe that it took you many centuries to get to where you are. But that Justicar is never gonna believe that a bunch of upstarts like us are gonna come after him. What reason does he have to believe that the Prince of New York wants him out of the city?
Well, he was rather rude at my last party.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that, Sandor?
Yes, my lady.
Wow.
It took us forever to get the stains out.
Oh, rude like that.
Rude like that.
I thought he ate with the wrong fork or something.
My dear, do you think we eat with forks at my parties?
I don't know what the fuck Ventrus do. I know you're not a Ventru, I'm not trying to insult you. What I'm saying is he's a Ventru, so he probably eats with a fork. Anyway, I got some friends who'd like to have a piece of the Justicar, if only because of what he is.
Who are these friends, Sid?
You ever wonder why we can't walk Central Park at night?
I tend not to wonder about such things because I'm never afraid of walking in Central Park at night, but do enlighten me.
The Lupines, Your Majesty. There are quite a few in New York City. They tend to dislike vampires for no other reason because, I don't know, we're cooler than them.
How are you cooler than them, Sid?
I get to live forever. They age and die. End of story.
True. And what have you done with your life, Sid? To make it worth living forever?
Fucking hunted. I'd do that shit for like eternity if I could.
Hmm. I think, Sid, you would have fit in very well where I come from.
Nice.
So, you would sick the lupines on the Justica.
Yeah. Tender him up.
Because you can't deal with him yourself, of course.
Want to make sure what he's about before I go on the hunt. You kind of have to know your prey before you do anything.
True. How do you propose to get the Justicar to come to you?
We have the perfect bait. Justicar is going all tabula rasa on everyone just because of their names in a phone book or a contact list or whatever. How'd you call the list of people on the phone?
Contacts.
Yeah.
It's a contact list, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Does
So-
Sid have a phone?
Oh, it's right there. And I point to a rotary phone.
We bought him a cell phone.
Mm.
It isn't one he uses, Your Majesty. It has T9.
Really?
It does, indeed, Your Majesty. He doesn't know how to use it. Every text he sends has a spelling error or 2 or 6.
You know they have autocorrect, Sid. It's wonderful.
Sure. You'll have to excuse me, Your Majesty, but as someone who comes from another time, you probably have also been, you know, unsure as to why people use these technologies. Seems like everything was simpler back when.
Back when? How old are you, Sid?
Oh, not as old as you are, Your Excellency. But
I'm pretty sure, Sid, that when you were embraced, they already had talkies, silent films.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I've learned to adapt. You need to learn to adapt, Sid.
Oh, I'm definitely learning, Your Excellency.
I mean, Sandor, you've learned to adapt.
Yes, my lady.
Sandor has a Samsung cell phone.
It's very nice.
He takes a lot of selfies.
Hey, good for you, big guy.
He is very large. He's very big.
He's currently standing behind the queen in this chair, and he's about 6.5 feet, almost 7 feet tall.
Oh, I mean, ever since you called out his name, in my head, it's Sandor Clegane. Like,
That's actually
Better
not
looking.
where it's not where I got it from. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was playing Heroes of Might and Magic.
Other
is-
Sandor.
who's Sandor in Heroes
the
of Might and
newest
Magic?
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't.
Sandor is one of the siblings, yeah.
Mm.
It was that or Sandro, but you know, this guy actually has skin on his head. You know, just saying. Anyway.
If I may be so blunt, Your Majesty.
When have you ever been anything else, Sid?
I'm very sharp in combat. Anyway.
She will look at Alexander and say, he still doesn't understand jokes, does he?
Not very well. It's more of that inability to adapt to things.
Yes. We noticed.
There is more trouble in New York City than whatever the Tremere were doing. Artificial turnings. Embrace gone wrong. And maybe the smell of the Inquisition.
Do you think you've made the smell of the Inquisition better with your recent action?
Drowning a guy in concrete? Nah, that was just a sideline.
I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it. But in general, you should ask permission first.
He
Consider this
certainly
one.
never did.
Consider this one a freebie.
I thought I needed permission to empty someone out.
Generally said, any sort of slight against our kind usually requires permission of some sort, if preferred.
Then what are we gonna do with all the Tremere who never asked fucking permission before going against us?
No, fuck the Tremere.
Yeah, I know, but might as well rid the city of them.
There was a time when I would just go into a city and get rid of all of my problems there. It was much easier then. It's become slightly more difficult for me now. And so I turn to you. The people who already have a reputation.
Oh shit, we do.
Of course we do.
The people who do not ask permission. The people who make blood bonds without thinking.
To be fair, he was thinking. It was just not
And
with...
Auden,
He just was thinking with his heart. And that's a mistake.
She'll turn and look at Auden. How do you know I was talking about him? Muted. You're muted.
Oh, just
That's usually my job, just so you know.
Just a hunch, but also, if it's us you're talking about.
Have you never drank any blood you maybe didn't think about the consequences of, Auden? You having trouble dealing with those consequences?
Well, I would say that everything has had a consequence that I wasn't expecting.
It generally does. For instance, the consequences of not doing what I ask. Well, then I'll at least get to have some fun, won't I, Sandor?
Yes, my liege.
The parties do get boring. So, tell me how you're going to do it, Sid.
Need to find out more about him first. We know he's a Ventru, but I don't know what his means are. I figure that Alex can help me with that, otherwise I have a few contacts. Need to figure out his pattern, his shtick. Then turn that against him. Render him powerless. Turn the predator into a prey.
He's been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find some people who have studied him before.
Yeah.
You do know the value of using resources, don't you, Sid?
Oh, don't worry about that, Your Highness.
There's something called Google, Sid. Have you tried Google?
Every time I try, it just brings me back to the Google page. I just keep asking for Google.
Are you Googling Google? Oh, Sid. Oh. How have you survived this long, Sid?
Because evidently I didn't need Google. I have people.
He did fight very well, my lady.
Yes, yes, yes. Did you keep the pants?
Of course, my lady.
They're very
Your
comfortable.
Excellency.
Very, very airy.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures going around.
I did too.
Yeah.
People were making you into a meme, Sid. I hate to tell you.
What's a meme?
You looked quite fetching. Google it.
Auden is going to look at the prince and say, permission to pull out my phone and show him.
Oh, do.
And she immediately just Googles. She doesn't even have to Google. She can just pull up the ones that she's made because she's responsible for like 20 of them. And she just kind of holds one up to Sid. Says, that.
What do you mean Icon has abs? That's not even a sentence.
That's the whole. There is much to explain to you, I'm afraid.
Hey, this one has me with my handful of blood, says finger licking good. I like that.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
But Kenya has abs is the question. I mean,
I don't know.
The pants looked nice. We'll give you the pants. Anyway.
What does has mean? H-A-Z, that's just...
It's have. It's possession.
Yeah, but it should be like, can I have abs?
Or
is it because it's supposed to rhyme? Is this some sort
Alexander,
of like
please save us from this conversation.
Yeah, I'll have Auden explain later, Sid.
Sure, make me look like a dumb fuck in front of the prince.
Oh, you thought he was? Oh.
No, everyone making me the butt of jokes.
I do have a meme on your butt, if that makes you feel better. And she pulls it out.
Side note, I really, really need everybody to make memes of Simon now.
That's the prince's side quest for us.
The happy memes.
Happy memes. Happy little clouds.
Mm-hmm.
There is a happy little clouds one, but it's happy little heads, and it's just
I swear,
Sid holding heads.
I swear, Simon, if you make partner, we're gonna have Icon has abs as a fucking emote.
Wait, didn't I thought? Oh, never mind.
No, I'll tell you after.
Okay, but there's the only thing is that there's not allowed to be any Bonifer memes, at all. None. Nope.
But what if there's a shirt?
I will smack you with a rolled up newspaper.
What if there's you'd have to come and find me.
I know where you live. I know where you live. Anyway.
That's true, you know.
I do know where you live.
There are multiple people in this chat who know where you live, Simon.
I only have a general region of where you live, so don't worry.
But we could also always shortcut it. But moving on to other things, because
listen, this has been the most in character I've managed for a stream in a while. Okay, I've gone some pretty good time.
Yeah,
being weird.
We love you all for it. But while this conversation is going on, and the prince is dealing with, well, Sid and Alex, the phone rings in Sandor's pocket. It is not Sandor's phone.
What's his ringtone?
It's not his, it's yours.
Oh, it's my ringtone. So I'll just give it my actual ringtone, which is just Navi going, "Hey, listen! Hey!" And my phone.
Mm-hmm. And he hands it to you. It's currently ringing, and you see pulled up on the caller ID that it is just it's a picture of a brunette, picture a young Rachel Weisz smiling very happily at you and kind of like giving that kind of half wave. You know this to be Rebecca Leibowitz, a woman of occult stylings. Been in New York just about as long as you have.
So, the message was from Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will position myself on my chair and lean back and take a selfie back and send it.
And you get another text message back that says, "Sorry, Sid's office is such a mess. Having fun yet?" Question mark.
I would text you, and of course, I'm going to read the text as I type it because that's what you do. No, this place smells like shit. I don't think he has ever cleaned it. Sent.
No, that's just Herschel.
Good point.
Hey, Alex. Alex,
Yes.
the prince reads her texts aloud like I do.
The princess reading her text out loud for convenience of this exposition.
Oh, I thought you were doing it to drive home
No.
the point that my place smells like shit. Oh,
No.
well, Alex, never mind. It feels like I'm still a single, unique case.
Oh God, Simon. Okay. What's up?
Can I borrow Sid? I might have use of him.
I was using him. What do you need him for?
To kill people and break things?
Who is he killing?
A couple with Sombra.
What is he breaking?
Them, hopefully.
Fine, you can borrow Sid, but you have to have him back within a week.
Fine. What did you need him for?
To kill people and break things.
What is he going to kill and break for you?
Can't tell you.
Tea next week?
Yes, coffee?
Of course.
Danish?
See you later.
Yes.
Ooh, I'll bring the rug clock.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, who else here ships the prince and Rebecca Leibovitz?
Duh!
I mean,
Come on! Who doesn't?
And with that, we're gonna go on break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, everyone. And we are back, everyone! While the prince is making funny faces.
She's the prince. She can do what she wants.
I do what I want.
Yep.
It's like engraved on my on like my cell phone case. It just says I do what I want.
That makes sense. I believe that.
I knew that now.
Mhm.
But yes, I am actually about to run. I should have done this before the break. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody for having me on as a guest. And thank you to Simon for not being mean to me. 'Cause yes, last stream we did, you were so mean to me. And thank you to chat for hanging out and supporting Wandering DM's channel, because Wandering DM is amazing and this story that they're telling is fantastic. So I will see you all later. You can follow me on Twitter at the Opera Geek if you really like getting yelled at in all caps. So bye.
Thanks, Kelly. Ciao.
Ciao. Oh God, where's the button?
Okay, let me just fix
Fix
the
the cameras.
cameras real quick.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I
Aw,
mean,
Merry
it's just
Christmas
Herschel. Can we
indeed.
keep half of Herschel?
No.
No. Herschel is there in his full splendor. There we go. Cameras are fixed. I didn't need to do anything more.
Cool. That's good. But shortly after your conversation with the prince in detailing your plan to deal with the Justicar and her receiving a couple text messages and being very unguarded in her responses while you were all there, she, as she pauses and stands to leave, she merely says to Sid and Alexander, looking specifically at Sid and Alexander, I'm hopeful that you can keep me pleased. We shall see. Oh, and when Rebecca calls, deal with her mess. Apparently there's a mess. I don't know. And she kind of turns as she walks out, looking Auden straight in the eye, and says, the term you're looking for in the library, child, is cacophony. Daughters of cacophony. Sandor, bring the car around. And she swans out as Sandor pauses, smiles at all of you, kind of slightly waves it, picks up the chair, and walks out the door.
Hey, guess what, Herschel?
You live.
Oh my goodness.
I'm more amazed we're all alive.
It was a close call.
And we have the prince's permission to fix your problem, Herschel.
Everything got solved with me only speaking very minimally.
You should do that more often.
I'm slowly learning.
And Auden's gonna go to Herschel and pat his head. Like, it's supposed to be gentle, but she has like no sense of gentle right now because everything around her is swirling colors and all she can think about is wanting to find a library to look up the Daughters of Cacophony. So she's like patting Herschel's head but kind of hitting him a little harder than she means to.
It's fine. I probably deserve this.
And she just kind of slinks away, muttering about the Daughters of Cacophony.
Is Auden gonna be okay? I look at Sid and Scott or Alexander.
It's going to be an adjustment for Auden.
Has there been any record of a vampire suddenly becoming kind of Malkavian?
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm aware of, but I'm sure this is not the first case.
Maybe we can Google it.
I think that might be more in line for Herschel to take a look on ShrekNet, perhaps, and see.
So, all the Malkavians I've ever met have been pretty nuts. Kind of how Auden is. Do they all just kind of go insane?
It's not so much insanity, it's more of a alternate perception of reality.
Which led to their insanity.
Again, it's not so much that they're insane, they just become more inept to handling things differently than you and I. Malkavians are a very special breed.
But I've never heard of someone switching bloodlines.
I don't think her bloodline has changed. I'm more that she's tapping into other bloodlines. We are capable of learning other abilities from other clans, I do know, but it's complicated. Typically, one has to be shown.
Is it possible to cure her somehow? If she wants it, by all means. She seems to like it, I guess.
I mean, the prince did say that, it gets better if you learn how to control it or something like that. I guess she can try to control it.
What if she can't?
Then, I mean...
How do we help something like that?
Someone. She's still someone.
No.
Oh, you meant yeah.
something.
Rebecca might know. It's her blood, after all.
That would be probably the first place to bring this to.
I mean, the rumors you hear and stories about some Malkavians just going off, as it were. I mean, it's a possibility for any of them, right?
Yeah, but they were handed the curse during their embrace. That's not the same with Auden. I mean, she got to live as a vampire first before acquiring whatever it is that the Rebecca's blood did. Wait. You drank the vial.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Deirdre, do I see dead people just like swirling it out of the room?
There's a redhead standing in the door of the room. She's very nicely dressed in like 1940s stylish clothing. Kind of half smiles at you, winks, and then turns and tries to say something in Alexander's ear.
Well, I feel more in touch with death than ever.
You're like getting Giovanni powers or something?
So I could kind of speak to nothing, and sometimes nothing would talk back. Just kind of naturally, but now I can see ghosts.
And Sid looks around. Obviously not seeing anything.
There's just the one.
Wait, you can see her, and I'll point
Yeah. She's there. Very, very pretty in life, I imagine.
Very true. Interesting.
Is she a friend of yours?
Um, Now, yes.
After she died, she became a friend?
Yes. It's been some time.
I mean, it's all kind of speculation, but, normally if it is to be believed, when ghosts hang around, they tend to be pretty spiteful.
Well, only when your girlfriend was provoking her.
So what does she do now?
Mainly, it just kind of exists.
You're okay being followed around by a ghost?
I mean, it's been a few decades, so I'm kind of used to it.
I thought the ghost kind of turns and looks at Herschel and just gives him like a dead eye. Stop. You're not helping. kind of look.
Well, if you're okay with it, then I guess all is well. Well, so yeah, Sid, I guess that's what happened to me when I drank the vial. I gained the ability to see dead humans.
All right. Is it? Do you want to get rid of it?
No. Actually, I kind of like it. Sometimes it gets lonely talking to vampires all day long. Humans and undead ones have a different way of talking and knowing things than we generally do.
Wait, does that mean you can talk to the professor?
Yeah, probably. If I could find his ghost.
He wasn't truly a vampire. We might get to know more about what was happening with the synthetic turnings and all that.
That's a good point.
I mean, I don't want to put you through, like, hard shit. You've already been through, I mean, with Franny. I know it's artificial and everything because you drank her blood, but...
No, I think it's fine. I've been communicating with the dead for a while, but just seeing them it was unnerving at first, but...
Do they look like in Ghostbusters?
No. It's like if you could look at yourself, but you were transparent.
Well, that's pretty shitty.
I mean, what even makes a ghost? Like,
I don't know.
I don't understand why they're here, but I guess that's a question for an expert, maybe.
I'm not an expert at that. I can't sink fangs in a ghost, so...
Exactly. But ghosts are able to affect us and the world around them, so it could be useful. They seem to have information that they had in life and death.
Those would make for some really good contacts, actually. Wow, you stumbled upon a gold mine, Herschel. You could become a better PI than I ever was.
For humans, perhaps.
I mean, really, you can do the computer thing and you can talk to a bunch of dead people. I mean, yeah, you're fucking putting me out of business.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he won't be able to meet any of his contacts face to face.
Well, if they're dead, they're not gonna care that he looks like shit.
No, I meant the people that would hire him for whatever it is he would have to find or
He can do that through, like, bulletin board systems.
That's true.
I'm also not as equipped as you, Sid.
Oh, you mean for the fighting part?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that, I mean, I have to have something left in this world. No, I mean, that could be a thing. Like, we could do a sort of, like, you know, like, New York
cop.
Yeah, New York PI, like, Zimmerman and Son.
Yeah. Paranormal investigators.
Well, there's so much shit happening in New York. I mean, we'd have our work cut out for us.
We kind of already do. I mean, we still don't know the artificial turnings, and now we have to
I know, but
Justicar.
we're not paid for that. Well, the Justicar, we might be recompensed by the prince, I guess.
I mean, I get paid kind of through Alexander a little bit.
I get paid because I have the body of an Adonis.
Yeah, that helps.
If it wasn't for your face, I'd say you could definitely try it. It's crazy
I know what
blood
I
can
am.
do.
It's better not being noticed. I kind of prefer it that way. I don't like talking to people too much, outside of whom I know.
Well then.
During this conversation, at this point, Alexander, your phone goes off.
The text, or is it ringing?
Text.
I'll check to see who it is.
You've labeled this contact Grammy.
I've labeled the guy Grammy. Okay. And what does Grammy need?
This is Rebecca that you relabeled the name on when you were last night when you were visiting Veronique and Sophia and didn't want to make sure.
That's right. Yes.
Rebecca's like, could you have Sid turn his phone on? I need to ask him for a favor, but he's not answering his phone.
Surely. Thank you for at least sending this in a language I can read.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was hard. My bad.
Sid, could you turn your phone on?
My phone is... Oh, shit. That's just... fucking... buttons. Yeah, it's turning on.
And I'll reply back and say, should be good now.
That says there's a Android update.
No, just hit cancel. We'll do that later.
Click on remind me later.
Okay, remind me later. Yeah, my phone's up. Why?
Alex, you get a second text message saying thank you. And as well as a just like a little smiley face emoji. And then Sid, your phone comes on and you get 16 messages.
Shit, I think I got hacked. Got one of those like viruses to send a bunch of messages.
No, I think it's Rebecca trying to get in touch with you.
Yeah, seems like it. Most of them are in Hebrew.
Yeah. So like 2/3 of the way she shifts to English. Saying, why are you not answering me? Really? This is kind of rude. Come on, Sid.
Oh, Jesus. She's immortal. She has all the time in the world. For fuck's sake. I'm gonna call her back.
Not technically immortal. She's unaging. Sid, finally, it took you this long to answer the phone.
Oh, hey, we had visit from, Big Boss.
Oh yeah, maybe you should clean your office next time. It was a little tacky in the pictures.
The fuck, you spying on me?
No, she sent me a picture.
What, you're buddy with the prince?
Yeah,
And you didn't tell us?
Easton and I have coffee like once a week. What?
But the prince can drink coffee?
Yeah.
But this is crucial information.
Why do you need to know this?
Well, in case there's ever a coup or something, we know that the prince can feed on regular food.
There's that ... of someone thinking for a very long time, and then there's just
Oh, I thought
this
we were
gif.
talking. I'm not
Oh
fucking...
no! Oh, you're actually talking to her?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got...
There's this long
Texting?
pause.
Me?
No. Okay. There's this long pause, and then she starts laughing uproariously. I don't think there will ever be a coup in the city of New York that will take Her Highness out of the city. But
Pays
how
to
you
be
feeling?
I'm good.
She's very prepared.
Your blood fucked up my children.
It's a possible side effect. I was being nice.
I know you were being nice and everything, but I think you should label your blood with, like, not to be consumed by children.
Not my fault.
Like, requires 50 years of experience or some shit.
It wouldn't necessarily have helped.
Well, thank you. I've always wondered what it was like drinking from you, so now I know. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's not something that you're going to get anytime soon, unless other things change. Probably not. Definitely probably not, but we'll see.
Suck, because you taste a lot better than my regular meals.
Yep, not going to happen anytime soon. If you tried to do it by force, it wouldn't work for you.
Why would I do it by force?
Just throwing that out there.
Is that like some kind of threat?
No, well, kind of. More a reminder. Some people need the reminders.
I don't need... What am I, like, forgetful?
You do have a giant hole in your memory, Sid, for about 25 years.
Yeah, shit, that's true.
By the way, have you found Eckhart yet? Because, like, I have this whole thing about how I'm going to, fix your head.
No, there's so much shit going on, and now I have to hunt down a Justicar.
Why do you need to hunt down a Justicar?
I don't know, sports?
Isinia said you could deal with my problem.
Who?
The Queen.
You said Isenio.
Never mind.
Was that...
Her name.
Oh, you're on first name basis with the prince. Oh, I see. I see where this is going. All right. What can I do for you, your highness?
Totally not a princess. Or at least not that kind. There have been some people that may have confused me and possibly have referred to me as a Jewish American princess, but that's not true because I'm not a Jewish American princess. I'm older than that. No, but there's some Lasombra I kind of need you to deal with.
Please elaborate. And she would know that Sid normally doesn't, would happily, enthusiastically agree.
Yep. There are some Lasombra hanging around my place who don't want to take no for an answer.
A physical description, something.
Oh, don't worry, it's not her. How is she, by the way?
I don't know, she gone.
Not that far.
Probably. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to personally attack her.
Oh no. We had coffee about you the other day. It was a lot of fun.
Who the fuck do you not have coffee with?
The lupines
Shit,
and the
maybe I should-
Samichi. And definitely don't talk to the Chimera.
No, that's a given. Alright, so Mr. Tibbs becomes my new confidant. Alright.
Why do you say that? Honestly.
My life's like a fucking open book to all of you people. You know more about me than I know about myself.
I promised to fix that.
I know you did. It just feels weird that, you go about and talking to everyone about my life.
Well,
It's like I'm some sort of, like, idol or... Huh. That's fucking nice, actually.
I mean, it's not just you. We also talked about Alexander. We talked about Herschel's issues. We talked about Auden and her fucked up piece of shit that's been stalking around.
Yeah, he's not gonna hang around anymore.
Ooh, good job.
Anyway.
But
Where are they
more
now?
They keep thinking that Shadow's gonna get in the door, but it isn't gonna work for them really well.
Wait, they're in front of your establishment right now?
Well, I've been flinging rocks at them for the last half an hour. It's kind of fun. They can't get through the door. I kind of increased things after previous events.
Alright, give me time to get there. How many are there? 3, you said?
Yeah, that's 3. Oh, Veronique says hi, and she still needs your account numbers.
Ah, shit. I need to call the prince. And
Do you
I
want her
hang up
number?
on her. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay. And she texts you the prince's cell phone number.
And I call the prince on her phone.
Do you tell anyone that you're doing this?
Nope.
So you call the prince. There's a pause. There's a man's voice who answers, and the sounds like Sandor. It's definitely Sandor. You need something, Mr. Zimmerman?
Hey, big guy. Need to ask permission to the prince for something. See, I've kind of learned my lesson about the whole kerfuffle with not asking permission. So, that's me asking permission to...
I'll put you on speakerphone.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hello, your highness. It is I, Sid Zimmerman.
We will receive you.
Alright, look, I'm not gonna waste your time any longer. Bunch of Sabat freaks are attacking, or causing shit for Rebecca. Permission to kill them and or do things to them.
I did say she had to return you in a week.
It's gonna take less than a week. What I meant is...
Have fun, Sid. And the phone hangs up.
Hey, who wants to go out for a drink? I'm paying. Tonight on the menu is tall, dark, and probably broody.
I'll go.
Nice. Oh, then you want to come?
Sure.
We can stop by the library, get you those books about Daughters of Symphony, or whatever the prince said it was.
Cacophony.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're scaring me.
And she just kind of puts her hands on Sid's shoulder. You'll get used to it someday, sweetheart. You'll get used to it. And then just kind of walks out the door.
Alex, you want to go for a drink?
I could go for some entertainment, yes.
I do believe that a blood hunt has been declared.
Well, I mean, the prince did give us free reign with these.
Yeah, I think her words were, do what you want, Sid, or something like that.
I mean, to be in the prince's good graces is always a plus, so we should probably handle this rather quickly.
Oh, yeah. Not letting them, shadowy people get away through, whatever magic they have.
Should prove to be a interesting challenge.
I take on 2 and you guys take the last one.
Auden's just gonna lean her head in the doorway and say, "Are we leaving?"
Probably.
Or,
Okay.
I don't know if walking down the streets with Auden would be a good idea right now. Do you want to call your, friend?
I mean, there's lots of crazy people like her on the streets.
Yeah, Herschel has a point. I don't think anybody would give her a second look.
Especially if we keep her in tow. Like, not let her talk to anyone. Or pat him on the head, I guess.
Shit, Urshel, you're the one talking about not letting someone talk to anyone. How the tables have turned.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should just let her talk to everyone.
Shit, here I thought you were getting wiser. Alright, let's go, kids.
Wisdom. It's for the old.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Auden's just gonna start skipping like a child, muttering about the universe and things like that. Just very quietly under her breath, like she's telling a story that doesn't make any sense.
You cross town. It's not hard. You know where Rebecca's stop is. You've been there a few times now. However, I need... as you approach, could someone roll me perception alertness? Just 6. Or you can all whoever wishes to.
Always like to do a little bit of rolling. Ooh, I have to re-roll a success. So just 1 success for me.
5 successes for Herschel, 1 success for Sid.
Yeah, that's rare.
1 success from Alex. Those of you with 1 success, you notice that the building isn't the same. Like this small, storefront with a 6-story building on top of it that usually has a row of various Chinese shops at the edge of Chinatown. That isn't what you're seeing. You're seeing a building of the same height, but no windows, no doors. Some Art Deco decorations. It looks a whole lot more like almost a tower. There is one door at the bottom that's kind of, and you can see the light coming from it. It's, instead of being like a normal glass front door, you see actual wrought iron portcullis. And you see a couple figures, but you can't really quite make them out. I mean, the building is a little obvious. Herschel, you see 4 figures. 3 are actively trying to get in the portcullis, and 1 is standing, you can just make out at the top of this tower, kind of leaning over the edge and flicking pebbles over the edge periodically. And you see this figure notice that you're there, smile and wave and say, like, mouth a couple things and points down.
I think those are the guys, Sid. At least that's what the shadow tells me.
Okay. How many are there?
There are 3 figures on the ground.
Are
Trying
we
to get
within
into it.
shouting distance?
Oh yeah, you're like, if you look on the map, you're about standing where this picture is taken. So,
Okay.
50 yards max,
I will
Not
yell
even.
out, "Hey, fuckwits!"
They kind of turn almost in unison. Like a slight hitch in their movements, but they look like they're all moving together and look at you.
What do you want with Rebecca?
The figure in the middle steps forward. All 3 of the figures look almost identical. They're all male. They all stand about between 6 foot and 6'1", barely any difference there. They're all wearing long black shirts that kind of have bell sleeves on them, open at the collar, very kind of Interview with a Vampire when Louis is going through his morbid phase. Tight-fitting trousers, knee-high boots, and they're all very pale. But and they all have very dark hair. They're not European looking. Some sort of mixture of Eastern steppe and maybe northern Indian subcontinent, that Himalayan area of near Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, that kind of area.
For half a second, I thought it was a Swedish death metal band.
Auden immediately points to all of them and goes, copy, paste, copy, paste.
Almost, yes. In fact, the differences between them, you could almost say, were about how making a copy from a copy.
Oh, she doesn't give a shit how different they are. She just thinks,
no, but I'm saying is like that's the level of differentiation that you can make.
Auden's also going to do something that would not typically be an Auden move, but something about the way the universe is moving and the song in her head kind of makes her want to do this. And she's going to pick up just like this abandoned beer can that she sees on the ground, and she's going to chuck it at the 3 of them.
A ghost-like shadow of a tentacle emerges and catches the beer can in air and turns and within a single moment throws it back at Sid.
Ow.
I mean, you're just gonna let it hit you, not even try and block it?
No.
I think that's a cheers. You're supposed to say cheers.
What? You're just checking.
They're toasting you, Sid. They want to fight.
Yeah, I know.
Where is the bishop?
F6.
Checkmate.
Where is the bishop?
Oh, wait. I think I know this one. I don't know, and I don't care.
All 3 of them turn in unison towards Sid.
This is a Camarilla city, boys. Your bishop doesn't have any sway in here. Your bishop doesn't count.
Dinner with him. Where is The bishop.
Oh shit, Auden, you didn't tell me that your sire was a Sabbat bishop. Oh, I would have made him into a monument. That would have been great.
That's why we put the horn on his head. Because he's fancy.
Yeah, so listen up, boys. I don't know where your bishop is. I don't know who you're talking about. You'd better go on your way. I know, out of game. I know who the bishop is. Sid's playing dumb.
Sid. They are slightly less than best pleased by this and decide that you are in their way and you're the possible answer to their problems.
I am the answer to everyone's problem.
Actually, probably Alexander is the answer to their problems, particularly. Alexander, can you make me a Dex dodge roll?
Sure. Dex and dodge. Four successes.
4 successes, which is much better than his 2. As the figure in the front who's been doing the talking reaches out with that same shadowy tentacle that's kind of been floating behind the back of his head and tries to grab you around the throat.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Hey, we're in public. None of that kinky shit here.
We had a driver drive us to Rebecca's, correct?
I thought we went on foot.
Did we go?
Well, Auden started skipping and stuff, so I figured we were on foot.
We went on foot. Out of character, we went on foot. We decided that it was fine.
We don't know where your bishop is. Well, maybe we do, but we're not inclined to disclose any of that. Practically because, like Sid mentioned, this is a Camarilla city. So, play by our rules or get the fuck out.
Not for long.
What does that mean?
Oh, the Sabbat think they're gonna come take over New York. Please.
Not these pawns.
That's why the Sabbat are jumping ship. They're joining the Camarilla. Go look at LA. It's already happening there.
Bishop has plans for LA.
Well, the Camarilla has plans for the bishop.
You want to roll that Dex dodge again? As figures, the 2 side figures have branched off and are now coming at you at full speed.
Are they coming at him, or is it more like shadow tentacle things that are coming for him?
No, they're coming at him.
No.
Two successes.
Oh, now they're getting physical. Let's get physical. Physical.
One of them manages to grab you around the throat and throw you to the ground.
Children, I think it's time to teach them what Daddy showed you.
I use Cloak of Shadows and run away.
Seems like a Herschel thing to do. So.
Oh my god.
The second figure, one has taken an arm and just shoved Alexander to the ground. I think we need to change up this music a little bit. Taken Alexander, shoved him to the ground. One hand kind of leaning over him as if to keep him pinned there. The other one is going to try and get to Herschel. If Herschel wants to roll me a Dex dodge.
Oh, I totally do.
Unfortunately, against his 4 successes, you are shoved to the ground hard as well, kind of taking the breath out of you. But you still have your gun in your hand, if that's your choice.
Yeah, Herschel.
It most definitely is.
Fire that gun.
But then figure number 3 turns to look at Sid.
Really?
He's got the arm tentacle who's going to try and get to you.
You know,
Is it trying to grab me or is it trying to hit me?
Grab you.
Oh, then I will try to dodge out of the way.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. Herschel's not the only one of us with a gun.
True.
Good.
No, she'll shoot random things. Don't do it.
I'm gonna shoot the tentacle guy.
Do I add my celerity to it?
Always, if you're doing a dex roll, right?
Yep.
Dex dodge.
4 successes.
You see the tentacle coming from behind, and with a half-second move, manage to just shift your body weight just enough that it goes around you instead of grabbing you.
Hey, boy. You keep that hentai shit between you and your computer.
I heard you liked it.
Yeah, when it's consensual.
Good to know.
Well, right now, I don't consent to anything. Except maybe caving your face in. So, you want to go?
It's your round, guys.
I would still like to shoot the tentacle man.
You want to shoot the tentacle man? Okay, you get to shoot at the tentacle man. You need to roll dex gun, I believe.
Yeah, there's a firearms.
Yeah, dex
I
firearms.
keep forgetting I gave this to her because she's. I got 2 successes.
Pew.
Pew pew.
He gets 3, and man, you shoot, and it kind of bounces off of him. You kind of like just see this phase of smoke kind of fall as the bullet falls to the ground.
I want to shoot the one that knocked me to the ground because I'm very spiteful.
Okay. Four to 4. Tie goes to the player.
Yeah.
Describe this as you're into the ground.
Oh yeah, so he knocks me to the ground, and if I breathed air, it would be like, ugh, but instead it's just like a Herschel's face just kind of gets angry. I don't know how that would look, but super ugly angry. Yeah, like from his back, it's just like, oh, I hate you. Ah! Like takes a shot directly at him.
You shoot him probably roughly center mass if you're still on the ground and he's keeping you pinned there. He is bleeding. It will give him a penalty to his rolls, but he's not down and out yet. Alexander or Sid?
Oh, I'll go last.
So I would like to use Dread Gaze on the one that has me currently pinned.
Ooh, what is that? Describe it for us all.
Basically, it is me using my presence to instill absolute terror into the target, forcing them to either flee or disregard me entirely.
Okay. What
Because
is the
they're
role on that? That's
different.
manipulation and empathy?
It is, for me, is charisma and intimidation against wit's courage, I think.
Wit's courage. Okay. Oh, that's not good, but okay.
Let's see. What was it? Charisma, intimidation.
Oh, dope.
3 successes.
Yeah, on a pool of 4, he gets 4. So he's not forced to flee yet, but he's definitely kind of taken aback at you and is like kind of pulling one of these, but his arm is still strong against your chest at the moment. Sid.
Yeah, Sid is reading something about celerity.
You can burn
One blood point to take an extra action up to the number of dots I had. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. So I can take 3 actions total on my turn if I burn all the blood. And you know what? Getting hungry.
Yep.
Okay, they grow in response to my desire. Cool. I will grow the claws with 1 blood point, and that's not an action apparently. So I'll just burn the blood, get the claws out, and be like, looks like I have carte blanche, my friend. And I will charge at the tentacle arm vampire. And what I want to do, you said they had long hair, right?
Mm-hmm. Kind of artfully tied back, you know.
I will grab him by the hair and yank his head down and bite down his throat. So make like, my first attack will be to grab him, and the second will be to drain. Yeah.
Oh yeah, forewarning, this is Sid and fighting.
Yes,
Your
Sid and
content
fighting
warning
is going to be very bloody and gory.
This is content warning here. Sorry, we forgot that. Yeah, so he gets to try and dodge the first attack.
Yeah, so I have to make Dex Brawl for the first one.
Yep.
Six successes.
You managed to grab him.
Sucks to be
He
you.
only got 4. 5. I'm cheating and using the easy rules for mobs. He gets every 10. I'm not rerolling their 10s. I'm just doubling it.
Yeah, makes it easier. And then what is the the damage for biting? I know it's aggravated damage, but I just don't remember exactly. Oh wait, I think I got it here. Weapons. Combat maneuver, bite. Dex plus brawl, accuracy plus 1. Ooh, nice. And damage is strength plus 1. Bite damage is aggravated.
Always.
Right. So I will roll Dex plus brawl again. Plus 1. Plus my celerity. That's not a lot of successes.
He doesn't get to dodge.
No, but I only have 3 successes to add to the damage.
4.
Oh, because even the first one counts because he can't do anything?
You rolled 4 successes.
Okay. So then it's strength plus 1 plus 4. Aggravated. Now, do you do, like, rolling for them, or do you do straight points? Like,
I'm doing straight points for these guys.
Alright, so strength plus 1, that's 4, plus 4, that's 8. He takes 8 points of aggravated damage.
These guys don't, they're not. You can roll if you want.
Well, I mean, even on a player character, that's basically death.
Yes.
And I am drinking him dry.
Diablerie?
I've been given the... She said, do what
Have
you
fun.
want. Have fun.
Yes, she did.
I have never tried it before. There needs to be a first time to everything.
Roll me willpower.
The look
Plus
on Alexander's face.
Shit just got real.
Difficulty 6? 2 successes.
You feel something in the back of your head trying to fight against you. And then it kind of fizzles and screams. It tastes okay. I mean,
Shit, I
not
thought
Fey
vampires
blood.
tasted... Yeah. But is it better than human?
I mean, a little bit. This guy's a little healthier. You've had humans that have tasted better, but not many. And not very often. there's something almost sticky in your mouth from him. Like toffee when it sticks to the roof of your mouth.
Hmm. Oh well. I assume the body falls down and or turns to ash and or something.
Yep. The body falls, and it doesn't necessarily turn to ash, but you see it start to wither and age. And it doesn't age as much as you're expecting.
Oh, no.
In fact, it's almost still juicy.
Oh. New blood.
Yep. But it's the other two guys' turn, and they're kind of unhappy with the fact that you just ate their...
Diablerize their partner.
Yeah.
Would you say that he had a nice squid dinner? Because it's the tentacle guy.
So, Herschel, the one you shot who's still holding you, although he is bleeding, is going to try and attack you now, but he gets a penalty for that.
Sweet.
He's going to try and bite down on you because now apparently that's in play. Not that it wasn't for them to begin with, but you know.
Thanks, Dad.
You want to try and dodge that?
Uh-huh.
He bites down on your neck hard.
Kinky.
And starts to drain you.
Not kinky.
I mean, it could be. If you
All
think
your
about
preference. It's all about your preference. But he is still bleeding. So you see him start to heal. He's going to do 3 points of damage.
Where do I mark that at? I haven't been damaged yet.
Okay, so you end up actually, if you look at your character sheet, at the bottom right, you go bruised, hurt, injured, wounded, mauled, crippled, incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
You are wounded.
Okay. And then do I put a minus there?
No, it just means that you minus is for bashing, slash is for lethal, and then the X is for aggravated.
And this is bite, and bite is always aggravated.
So it's an X.
Okay.
Meaning it's going to be a bitch to heal.
A bitch to heal, and it'll automatically change up your rolls for you.
Okay.
You'll probably need to drink someone. The other guy is going to try and do something very similar to, Alexander, because he's pinned to the ground, and he's not harmed at the moment. What would you like to do, Alexander?
So he's attempting to bite me.
You. Yep. Not very well, but he tried.
I would like to attempt to perform a dread gaze again.
Okay.
So let me reroll that. Charisma, intimidation. And so 2 successes.
You lock eyes with him, and this time he turns away just as his fangs are about to graze the side of your neck. You kind of see them glinting in his mouth. And what would you like him to do?
He should be absolutely terrified of me and make any attempt to run away.
He will do so as he kind of looks very pale even for him and pulls his hands back, and you see they're visibly shaking. There's jitters, and he's like, "Well, man, sorry, we good. We just need to find. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Would you like a heart? I can send you. Okay, bye. And he starts running away. And as you see him running away, you see a pebble land from come from the roof of the building and just hit him right in the back of the head. You just can see him, watch him put his hand up and what the hell as he runs away. So it's y'all's turn. There's only one left who's trying to kill Herschel.
We knew this would happen, guys.
I know. And now the choice is, do we help Herschel or do we just let him die? I'm kidding. We're not going to just let Herschel die.
I want to I want to go first here. I want to
Yes.
just try, like, as he's like biting my neck, like gun to the side of his head, and see if I can somehow try to make that work. So hopefully this will work out. Nope.
Yeah, he manages to pull his head to the side just as you fire. It's loud, and you can see him kind of upset, but it doesn't hit him.
Dad, save me.
On will try to shoot Herschel's new boyfriend here.
Don't do it. He looks at Auden. No.
Too late. It's happening. We rolling that gun to go boom, boom, boom.
No.
Auden, roll me a d6.
I'm sorry. I got a 4.
Good news, you don't hit Herschel.
I tried.
Bad news, you do almost hit Sid in the ass.
Oops.
Not as fantastic, but
Learn
I can't
to
hit
aim.
the moneymaker. I got really distracted by things in the universe.
That's
Song
why you
is really
shot at
pretty.
my ass.
Can we blame your ass for this one?
there's a vampire on it.
There's a very weird father-daughter relationship here.
It's not my fault. That's all I got.
That's Auden. That's Auden. Sid.
I'm gonna let Alex go first.
Okay.
All right. I will.
No. Let the cooldown go.
Whoa. Really?
Equally cool, Dad.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you be nice to Alex. He bought you a computer.
I'll end up drawing my knife and running over and just attempting to push the other Lasombra off Herschel.
In character, Herschel wants him to die. Out of character, I want to question this guy.
I mean, I'm not going to kill him with a knife. I'm just going to wound him and get him off of you.
He's not currently bleeding anymore. So roll that attack.
All right. So let's do strength melee.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so 3 successes.
His 4 mean that you stab at him and he just kind of shifts his shoulder and you see that same black smoke emerge, kind of block the weapon from hitting anything vital. You do cut his shirt. Now he's artfully, even more goth emo.
All right, Sid, you're up.
Other dad, help.
How far away has the other one ran to?
He's run full speed his entire turn, maybe far side of the street. Keep going.
Would I be able to reach him?
You burned blood for the extra action, so yes.
Well, I can burn blood for extra actions.
Didn't you do that last turn?
Yeah, I have to do it every turn, I
Yeah,
think.
okay.
So if I burn a blood point, I can reach him.
Wait, what was the burning blood point for?
A
The extra
celerity.
action.
Oh, extra action. Okay, I think that is every time.
Yeah. All right, I will burn 2 blood points
Okay.
to get 2 extra actions.
Okay. So you have 3 actions.
Yeah. So 1 action to reach him,
Mm-hmm.
1 action to kill him,
Okay.
and 1 action to come back.
Okay. So first you have to reaching him is fine. You're burning the action. I'll say reaching him is fine. But now you need to kill him. To hit him.
With a paltry 7 successes.
Yeah, to his -1, you just appear behind him.
Oh, so that's plus 8 dice. Okay. Strength +1 for the claws. We do full points? That's
Yes.
12 points of aggravated damage.
You take his head off.
Yep. And I will come back with the head.
It's dripping.
Yep. Can I throw it at the foot of the one that's attacking?
Yes. Because I like the image. He doesn't like any of this. He doesn't like the fact that he's left. He's looking for his bishop. He wants to find his bishop. You're the person who knows where his bishop is, and you like this one. So he's going to use his tentacles to raise Herschel off the ground and put his knife, or a knife, to Herschel's throat.
Dang, I knew Herschel was kinky. I didn't think it was like this.
Would you like...
That's it, I'm shaming. Shame on you.
Do I get to kill him, or are you going to let me leave?
If you leave, will you still kill him?
Give me a second.
I don't know. I think I like you. I think you'll taste good.
I'm undercooked. You don't want this. Also, you're not my type.
Not really an issue.
Can I attempt to dominate him and tell him to drop the knife? Or, yeah, drop it.
Yes, you can attempt to dominate him.
Oh, good. I was going to try
command him,
these,
sorry.
but-
Yeah, command.
If he fails this, does he slit my throat? Let me just.
No,
That
if
is
he
a
fails,
good question.
it's not. He's trying to intimidate and get out. So his action is to intimidate. He's not killing your throat yet.
4 successes.
Yeah, you, with -1 success, you overwhelm him relatively easily. Should have been harder. You're almost positive it should have been harder, and you're like, God, this was so easy. But he is now yours to do with as you please.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Can he still hear?
I mean, he's only in the direction to drop the knife, so...
Maybe he should put Herschel down. We kind of need him.
Gently.
I mean, we can grab Herschel and pull him down.
Yeah. I'll go and grab Herschel.
There's no resistance. You have thoroughly dominated him. He's now yours to play with, more than just a regular command.
Anything you want to know?
What the plan their bishop has for us, if they know anything.
Oh, you heard him. What's the bishop's plan?
The bishop wants the city.
And just how does he plan to do that?
Let the Inquisition take it. And then take it from them.
That's what I thought.
Oh, that's...
Stein is useful.
What is Stein's play in all this?
LA was an experiment. This will be the final revelation.
What about LA? What's Stein's take from this?
A dog will always serve the strongest master. Don't you know that, Ventru?
Alex, I've heard enough.
And then he's all yours, Sid.
Good.
Wait, can I?
I
Are
was
you
going to
gonna
make
kill him?
him pay for what he did to you, Herschel.
Yeah, I was gonna. Ah,
It is kind of fun to let Dad do the work,
You
though.
want a drink?
yeah.
Then just don't drink him completely dry.
One Diablerie is enough. We don't need any more.
No.
We got the go-ahead from the prince.
Diablerie is another matter.
She literally said we could do whatever we wanted.
No, she didn't. But
It's your own.
no, she didn't.
Your own discretion, then.
Listen up. If you do this, Herschel, you will be in trouble for the rest of your own life.
I mean, you did it.
Yeah, I know full well why.
I learned it from you, Dad.
I know full well why I did it, and to be honest with you, it's fucking amazing. But it's also frowned upon.
Even with
It-
the prince's permission.
It is a direct violation of the masquerade. Prince's
Nah.
permission or not.
These rules suck. All right, I don't want to do it, I guess.
You can still
Oh, but you can
Kill
still
him.
help me.
do part of it.
Because you
Wait,
see... No, go ahead.
Oh, were you gonna drain him dry?
No. Poetic justice. You attack one of mine, you get dead. This one's not going into concrete. And I'll grab him by the throat and just lift him up a bit. I've heard that the La Sombras despise the sun above all else. We have a perfect spot to watch the sunrise at the top of our brownstone. How about that? And I'll start dragging him along.
Yeah, that works. I'm happy with that.
Do you want to help me nail him to the rooftop?
Yes.
Cool.
I'll get my hammer.
As Sid is dragging this Lasombra down the street, Alex, you feel something kind of knocking at your brain.
I will let it in.
Thank you for cleaning up the mess, Alex. I really do appreciate it. It's nice doing business with people that the prince approves of.
Well, it's favorable to have people in high places.
She likes you now. Well, I do, so she probably will soon.
That's definitely good to know.
But a Justicar is not as nice as these punks.
No, we definitely have work ahead of us for that.
Don't forget, I need Stein mostly intact.
You're speaking to the wrong one of us then.
No, I'm speaking to the one that I know can make the right choices and the right conversation.
I can't guarantee that Sid will leave him in one piece.
Just remind him that I can't fix him if I don't have most of him intact.
All right.
Have fun. Oh, and tell Auden. The change will happen, but there have been others. She'll make a good daughter.
I figured.
Also, you might want to think about sending a present. Cinia is not happy.
A present?
Yeah. Like maybe pictures or dead bodies of things that you've cleaned up. I don't know. a present. What do you think the prince would like?
I'm not really sure. I'm sure we can find something accommodating, though.
Figure that out for you. Have a nice night. You kind of feel this presence recede.
All right.
As you're dragging this dead body, Sid,
Well, he's
down
not
the
dead.
street. Well, dead weight.
Yeah, I'm just, like, to make sure that it doesn't look too suspicious, I'll make him appear as if, like, he was sort of drunk and I'm carrying him along.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, Weekend at
Yeah.
Bernie's it.
Like you did with Auden's sire.
Yeah.
Sure. It's late enough that there's no problems. But your phone buzzes. Sid.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
It's Veronique.
Yeah.
Monsieur Zimmerman. There's apparently a bit more of a mess with this Le Sombre.
Is he dead?
Oh, he will be in about 6 hours.
Alright, why should I care?
Apparently they know a lot about what's inside your head.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, so I've heard. Do you mind not killing Kodo right away until the family shows up?
I don't really think the good bishop is going to last very long.
Hey, give me time to nail a La Sombra to my rooftop and then I'm on my way.
You can keep him around for a couple days if you really need me to.
Oh, no, like, tonight's gonna be fine. It's not too late anyway. Plus, I mean, selling our city to the Inquisition?
I was might upset by that.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to see what this vial does to a bishop of the Sabbat. Do you think a bishop of the Sabbat would be able to handle my good lord?
I don't know, to be fair, I had a taste of the dark blood of the La Sombra, and I kind of want another hit.
It's not that good. There are definitely better things to drink, my dear.
Yeah, but he's definitely older. It's like vintage.
You have a sire to bring to me.
I have a sire to what?
To bring to me.
Yeah, I have a sire to carry around half of New York City. I know that. I need to find Stein. I don't know where he is. It's my next priority. Look, I'm hungry. Like crazy. So I'm not thinking straight right now. Like, keep Kodo alive for tonight and, well...
Go have dinner.
Yeah.
I always feel better after I dine. He won't. I will. Pleasant evening, Zimmerman. And she hangs up the phone.
Hey, looks like... And I'm addressing the rest of the coterie. Looks like we got another meeting with Mobiliard.
Another one.
Well, you know that they have the bishop.
Yeah, she, I don't like her.
Don't much like her either. But she's doing the good Lord's work right now and keeping Kodo somewhere hidden. Apparently she has info about my daddy, so... Hey, let's do a quid pro quo thing. I fucked up the people that went against you. Why don't I leave you the pleasure to deal with my sire?
But first you should eat.
Oh, definitely. I'm just craving food, and all these people are just fucking walking pogos.
Yeah, that. I mean, we could all probably use a meal, I suppose.
Nah, but Alex has these dietary restrictions.
I can make my own accommodations readily available.
Sure, you order takeout and I go grab us something?
And that's fine.
Alright.
We can take your friend. You need a break. Auden's gonna like try to pick up the dead weight and just kind of look at her. She'll be like, "Help me!
With
I
what?
have your,
I like to
your
look at
baggage.
my skeleton arms.
Your baggage."
I'm okay. Try to help bring him along.
Just take one arm. She'll take the other, and you just kind of drag it together.
Really, Alex, I don't really care what happens about this fella here, so whatever the kids want to do with it.
Diablerie?
Auden's just like singing Sweeney Todd music to herself as they're ambling up the street with their new
Again,
project.
if Diablerie is what you wish, by all means.
Look, other dad did it.
Yeah, I know their dad has a
very
craving
true.
for some more.
And other dad will have to deal with whatever repercussions may come from this. There may not be any, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like on a first name basis with the prince now. They're buddy. Nothing bad could happen from that. That's what I've learned.
The prince has no buddies.
She has coffee with Rebecca like every week, apparently.
I think that's more than
something else.
Just screams friendship to me.
Just
I
gals
think it's
being pals.
It's a business transaction.
Or that. Yeah, that seems fine too to have coffee.
Yeah,
Or
sure,
it's
coffee.
Gals being pals.
You're gonna have to excuse me.
And Auden's just gonna give a
Yeah,
thumbs up and start dragging the body.
And I think, hungry as he is, Sid needs to look for more than one person.
Sid needs to roll me willpower.
Yeah. No successes.
Sid, you know how you fell that one step in humanity?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Do you want me to follow him once more?
No, I'm just going to say that that little restriction you had, that prevention,
Yeah.
it's not really the first thing in your mind right now.
Oh, no, I figure. I was actually going to, like...
The first thing you see.
Pretty much the first thing I see.
It's a nice couple sent out with their dog. Little yuppie-ish, though.
Just don't eat the dog.
That's the real content warning. Think of the dog.
Why would I go after the dog?
The dog has no nutritional value.
Also, it's cute.
But I'm going to... So the problem is, like, we're down in the middle of the street, like in front of everyone.
It's still late enough that there aren't that many people, and this is the first person you've seen in a while.
All right, I'm not gonna care.
No, you don't. You don't care.
I will approach both of them and use Quelled Beast on them.
They're kind. You don't even need to roll for it.
Alright, I just want them to be both motionless while I go about my business.
They are both motionless as you dine upon this young couple. Very kind of nouveau riche. She obviously works in the FIDI, and the way that her nails are done, you're not sure she does anything, That manicure probably hasn't touched anything, let alone a dishwash, in years.
I grab the dog's leash and hold it.
Oh, good. The dog is barking.
Yeah, sure. Nom, 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 nom.
You drain them both?
To, like, the very edge if I can. I'm
Roll
trying
me
to
willpower
not...
again.
Yeah. Difficulty?
7.
Nope. They are completely dry.
They are completely dead.
Well, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Shit. Alright. Is there an alley nearby?
Yes, there's always an alley nearby. You're walking across town, so there are plenty of alleys nearby.
Cool.
There are even a
Dumpster?
couple. I will even say, yeah, no, there are dumpsters.
Fucking hell. Dogo, come with me. I need to know how many blood points I'd regain from that.
Because you drained them both, you get 5 from each.
Cool, I'm almost full. I'm gonna bring them to the trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to burn a blood point for the claws.
Mm-hmm.
Open up my wrist.
Yep.
Drip a bunch on the ground. And command the dog to drink it.
Okay.
Turning the dog into my ghoul.
You're ghouling the dog.
I have met this puppy for 5 minutes now, and if something was to happen to it, I would kill myself and everybody in this room.
You have a puppy now.
Daddy, I always wanted a dog.
I will say that these are very yuppie people. Apparently they did at least one good thing, and it's not a purebred dog. It's a mixed mutt of some sort. Hound, lab, and American Staffordshire Terrier. Black, with little polka-dotted feet on it. It's cute. It's cute
Cool.
puppy.
And, oh, well, my humanity's going down the drain anyway. As the dog is eating,
Yeah?
I will, with my claws,
Yep.
cut the 2 people in pieces.
Oh, well, good. We're going to lose that humanity point.
Yeah, but at least they're gonna believe it's some serial killer shit.
Yep, there's that.
So, my humanity is now a 6.
Falling more and more every day. But we're going to pan over to Herschel and Auden as you're carrying the dominated La Sombra up to the steps of your brownstone. Alexander, you're there with the 2 of them. Or did you stay behind?
Oh no, I followed them to home.
What are you going to do with your guest?
Well, that's up to the children.
Nail him to the roof.
You want to nail him to the roof?
Yeah.
Okay. And Auden's gonna look at Herschel and be like, "Did you know if you had committed to diablerie, you would have split the universe in this direction, and now it's going this direction. So much better. It looks a lot nicer."
Does it?
I just think it means you're being a better person.
What if I don't want to be?
Well, you did already kind of fuck up everything, and you did get me kidnapped, and you did get swindled by your girlfriend, who was a monstrosity. So maybe consider this like a small victory.
We'll see.
So the children are going to take the La Sombra up to the roof access. Well, are you going to take them up all the way to the roof or just the terrace outside of Auden's door?
To the roof.
To the roof. Auden might be insane nowadays, but she's not letting Herschel in her room.
Well, no, you wouldn't have to go into your room. It's the terrace is outside the hall next to your floor.
Oh no, we're going to the roof anyway.
It's a little harder because you have to get him up through the access to the attic. And then there's, the whole bit about nailing him to the roof. And there's some struggle in that, but he's still dominated, so not a whole lot. Alexander, what are you doing as you return home?
I would have sent a message to Elizabeth to basically bring someone in for an interview again. Just to prepare for that. And then just make sure that they're able to restrain the La Sombra to the roof, I guess. Just making sure, this isn't going to wind up horribly wrong for us.
Herschel, how do you want to do this?
Well, I mean, we should probably put something in his mouth and hammer and nails and just nail him to the top of the building. What could go wrong?
Do you want a big stapler to staple his mouth shut?
That's kind of dark, but yeah.
Okay, and Auden's gonna go downstairs and rifle in her room for some art supplies and come back up with a pretty big, sizable stapler used for taping when you staple fresh canvas onto a frame. You get the hardcore stuff, and she's gonna hold it out to Herschel and say, "A peace offering."
Okay, I'll take it. Start.
She's gonna be like, no, you gotta press it that way, and then she's gonna show him, and she's gonna staple the guy's hand to his face. You're like, see?
Well, that's interesting. Do you think he feels pain on the inside? Do you think he knows this is happening?
Everyone feels pain on the inside, Herschel.
I love all of this. So the children are bonding on the roof. It's a Pugsley and Wednesday moment. Sid, you come home to the sound of staples and the feeling that things are okay for now.
Yeah.
But there's a soft whole feeling in your gut that
Yeah, no, the calm before the storm.
Choices have consequences.
Definitely.
And there's a text message that comes in just as you walk through the door.
Who is it?
It's a picture of Eckhard waving at you from the top of the Empire State Building. And just the line, "Glad to see you're following in the family footsteps."
But there's a phone number.
Yes.
Good, I'm gonna have Herschel do something with it.
Good to know. But I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Yule, Happy Solstice, Happy whatever Midwinter festival that you're going to celebrate. Did we all have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, very much. Thank you.
And the spiral begins.
What do you mean begins? I'm like halfway there.
Oh, I know, but you're not the only one who's spiraling now.
No.
No, you are far from it.
I am so proud of my children.
There's 100% like a moment when Herschel and Auden are nailing this guy to the roof. Herschel's like, I should have drained him. Auden's just like, you can still bite. You can look. You can bite him. Do it. And she's like egging him on to bite him.
See, the children are having fun with their new toy.
And we got a dog.
I got us a present.
We got a dog.
Yep. So many things.
As is Sid's serial killeristic murders are gonna bring the Second Inquisition on us.
Only, well, if he did it right, there won't be any signs that they were drained. Well, by a vampire. But we shall see, and that will have to wait.
I mean, that's just more food.
Yeah. You never know. A bunch of rats might get to it first. It is New York. But hey, Auden, just so you know, we're going to over the thing because I realized actually after I did that it would just be faster and easier. We're going to make you a daughter of cacophony.
Here we go. This is where Auden goes even further down.
Thank you, Kika. I will let Kelly know that you think Pizza Rat can take her job.
I need to figure out who Pizza Rat is now.
It is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, the Pizza Rat meme. Yes.
Is this a moment where the character is just this is art imitating life?
This is
No,
art imitating
art.
life. Yeah, definitely.
Art is life is
It's
art.
like I didn't think about the meme like for a half second. So, yeah.
All right. But other than that, Simon, it's all you.
Yes. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone for hanging out in chat. Thank you for the donations, the subscriptions, the follows. It is always greatly appreciated. Thank you to all of you watching us on YouTube. It's always fun to know that we have fans on the other platform as well. Thank you to the players. Thank you to Kelly, who was there earlier playing the Prince. So if you have missed her, this video will be up on YouTube shortly, so you can catch the first half of it with Kelly Butler at the Opera Geek playing the Prince of New York City. Let's go around the table, tell us who you are, where we can find you, what you have going on in your lives, and let's begin with Alexander Erickson.
Oh, well, Scott here, playing the wonderful Alexander Erickson. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Berserker_Rage there. You'll find me here on Saturdays as well, playing with this wonderful cast of people and getting to do the awesome stuff we do.
Next up is Herschel Akers.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you just came in at the end or were AFK or doing stuff, definitely check out the VODs on YouTube. It's been so fun, this entire story. We've gotten to a lot of crazy stuff. But yeah, on Twitter and in chat, I am Thragon, and in this game, I am Herschel Akers, and this is the only place you'll see me on Twitch on Saturdays. Our normal times at 10 EST, but we've been going a little bit later recently.
1 EST.
Oh, 1 EST.
10 PST.
10 PST. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our normal time, so tune in then.
And last but not least amongst our players, Auden St. James.
Yes, it is I, Auden St. James, going down that dark spiral and having a great time doing it. It's been so much fun. I am only here on Saturdays at our normal time, as our dear Herschel just said. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Xander Slamilton. I am there. I am mostly tweeting nonsense. It's fine. It's true to life player character acting. But it's been a lot of fun doing this. So thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. And lastly, our storyteller.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter or Proxagor Thesmophoria as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And as I had all the fun, I'm glad I got to do this. I'm glad Kelly and I got together to plot this behind everyone's back. Merry Christmas. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, actually. I'm so glad that worked for everybody. I can't wait for you all to see what happens next time we meet, but that won't be next week, will it, Simon?
No, in fact, next week and the week after, we have two very special shows. Ivan Van Norman of Geek and Sundry is going to come over and DM two games for us. I think Aliens RPG is his game of choice. We'll be playing here at... I need to recheck the times. I'll put them on Twitter. But it's going to be on Saturday the 4th and then Saturday the 11th.
11th, yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. You'll hear all about it.
But we will be back after.
Yep.
To
Uh-oh, I think she froze.
see if... What happened? Nope, I'm back. Back,
you're back now.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently things hiccuped. Sorry. We'll be back in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, to see what happens next.
Yes. And on that note, we'll get going. Ciao, everyone. Thank you for coming.